soon as it becomes available. Joining me now to discuss the implications of the summit, Major General Robert Scales and Dr. Waleed Phares, along with Jillian Melcher. General Scales, to you first, sir. I think this is a well-timed summit, but we know about these global gatherings, and often nothing comes out of it. What should we expect this time?
Well, I think the events in Paris and Belgium underscore the importance of this conference. You notice how it's changed over the last 4 or 5 years, from talking about de-escalating the threat of nuclear weapons to the whole issue of loose nukes and terrorist events that use dirty bombs and nuclear weapons against the West. Is a complete sea change in the subject, because I think everybody in the West realizes that one of ISIS's principal goals is to score a weapons of mass destruction event in the West. God forbid a nuclear weapon, but if it's not a nuclear weapon, it could be just a dirty bomb in a large Western city. And we know from the events over the last 2 days that no one has completely accounted for the thousands of tons of nuclear material that's scattered all over the world. And to bring the nations together to find this stuff and to put it under lock and key, keep it out of the hands of ISIS, is absolutely job one, Charles.
Waleed, you are part of Donald Trump's foreign policy team. He's made a lot of news in the last 2 weeks with respect to foreign policy, whether it's NATO, this week the Geneva Convention, and also, of course, nuclear weapons with respect to Europe, and, of course, rearming South Korea and Japan. It seems like a lot of his ideas go counter to what we're probably going to hear from these world leaders, including President Obama. How hard would it be for him to implement some of these ideas, and why should they have to be so much radically different than what exists currently?
Well, some of these ideas would go against the common wisdom now, which is an old common wisdom, and some other ideas will actually merge with the final analysis of this conference. For Mr. Trump, of course, as he discussed it in the meeting with the advisors, and will be discussed in this conference, there are 3 hot spots, 3 red zones. One is North Korea. It has a different strategy to deal with it. The second is Iran. It has a completely different strategy. But as the general has said, the one where we don't have final strategies, because we're dealing with a loose network of jihadists, it's ISIS attempts to obtain these weapons. So for each one of these battlefields, that we're going to respond with a different strategy. And I know that the statements he made may have appeared as different with regard the peninsula, the Korean peninsula, when he said that South Korea and Japan may be left to to build their own counteraction to the north. But there is only one scenario, an extreme scenario, meaning if Russia and China are not going to help us with the north, well, there are other scenarios. That's what he meant.
You know, Jillian, earlier today, President Obama said this nuclear summit was, quote, a substantial success. And he also talked positively, of course, about the Iranian nuclear deal as well, which a lot of Americans thought was a disaster before he signed it, after he signed it, and since then there have been a series of things that have gone wrong. What do you make of that? Well,
I think his entire record on the nuclear issue has been really bad, even though he got, a peace prize for it.
Well, he got the peace prize, what, like 2 days when he's in office?
Yeah, right into it. But he hasn't, I guess, delivered on that promise. I mean, if you look at it, Putin last year saying that Russia is going to start adding ICBMs. You've got China stocking up in a lot of capacities. I mean, I know we're talking about terrorism, but I think in the traditional theaters where we're also concerned about nuclear weapons, there's been a very aggressive buildup at the same time that the U.S. is retreating, is retracting with its nuclear program. And then you add that to situations like Ukraine, where we promised them that we would protect their territorial integrity if they gave up their nuclear weapons. We haven't done that. That encourages nuclear proliferation.
And isn't that, General Scales, part of the conundrum that we're in? Certainly if I am in Japan, I wonder if America is going to come to my aid.
Absolutely.
South Korea, you wonder. And let's not forget, we sort of foisted this pacifist constitution on Japan because they lost World War II. But I think they elected Abe in part because he was supposed to bring back that samurai spirit, and certainly the region is asking for it.
Well, let's lump both South Korea and Japan together. The reason those 2 nations have not pursued a nuclear weapons program to counter North Korea is based on the element of trust. Trust that if North Korea were to do something rash and stupid, like fire a nuclear weapon at South Korea or Japan, that it would be the United States that retaliates with nuclear weapons. 20 years ago, when I served in Korea, that pact, that trust was sacrosanct. But today, because of the vacillations of the administration in dealing with North Korea and China and Iran, there's this sort of sense of distrust and a sense of discomfort when it comes to trusting the United States that they will retaliate against aggression through the use of nuclear weapons. And frankly, I sort of understand that distrust.
And Waleed, on that note, what is Donald Trump, I know he doesn't want to give away strategy, but do you believe he's willing to use nuclear weapons anywhere in the world, even in Europe, if deemed necessary?
That is another media drive-by statements about what he have said and could have said otherwise. Meaning, at this point in time, he is in the primaries. And then even if he wins the nomination, he still is outside the administration. He's not in, he doesn't have the analysis, the input. But he has general view. And the general view is, in his mind, not to let go of any option. It does not mean that this is the only option. It does not mean that he's changing options. He's just saying, for example, that if the terrorist organization will obtain that kind of weapon, it will change all of our strategies. Never before, even during the Cold War, this has happened. So he has to put all the possible scenarios.
All right, guys, I want to let the audience, we're about 2 minutes away from President Obama. As we await that, Jillian, a lot of people are saying, listen, some of this stuff may be just, it doesn't matter. The knowledge is out there. Some of the materials are floating around out there. You've got an arms race already, Pakistan and India. You're going to have a potential arms race in South China Sea. So maybe the opposite idea would be, let's get them all out there, because the more countries that have it, perhaps the safer the world will be. I mean, is that too far-fetched?
I think that's a really dangerous scenario. I mean, it's scary enough to have a country like Pakistan with 100 nuclear weapons. And I think right now with the instability in the world, with terrorists doing what they're doing, trying to achieve a balance of power by nuclear proliferation is a pretty risky bet. I want to get to the point, though, about Donald Trump's so-called strategy. I think he's got this obsession with China, but by saying that we're going to abandon Japan, by saying that we're going to abandon South Korea, that empowers China. That makes it a stronger regional hegemon. So that's just not a consistent policy.